I didn't always believe I'd make it. In fact, there were years when I thought I'd lose everything. People see the rockets now, the cars, the headlines, but they don't see the nights when I slept on the floor of my factory. I remember waking up one morning, cold, exhausted, surrounded by machines that refused to work. I looked around and thought, maybe this dream isn't meant to happen. Everyone was telling me to stop, to sell everything, to walk away before it destroyed me completely. But the truth is, I had already lost almost everything. The money, the comfort, the people I trusted. What was left was just the fire, the small voice inside whispering, "Don't let it end like this." And that voice, that's the only thing that kept me alive. I cried that night. Not because I was weak, but because I realized how far I was willing to go, for a dream nobody believed in. Sometimes, life breaks you to see what's left when everything's gone. And all I had left was hope. After the first rocket exploded, people said, well, at least he tried. But after the second, they started to laugh. And when the third one failed, I remember the silence, the kind that hurts more than words. Investors pulled out. Friends disappeared. Reporters wrote that SpaceX was finished. I stood there watching everything fall apart. And I felt the weight of every dream I had ever carried crash down on me. I had no money left. I had to choose between Tesla and SpaceX, which one would live and which one would die. I remember sitting in my car one night, my hands shaking on the steering wheel. I whispered, "Why does it have to be this hard?" I thought of my kids. I thought of the people who still believed in me, the ones who worked sleepless nights beside me. I couldn't let them down, so I decided to risk everything again. Every last dollar. On one final launch, people called me insane. They said I was addicted to failure, but I wasn't chasing success. I was chasing proof. Proof that we could rise, even when the world laughs. That last rocket? It wasn't just fuel and metal. It was every dream that ever refused to die. I stood there on the launch day, heart beat louder than the countdown. 10, 9, 8. I had already lost everything. The only thing left to lose was hope. The rocket lifted, slow, trembling, like it was fighting every doubt I'd ever had. And when it broke through the clouds, when it finally reached orbit, I couldn't move. I couldn't even breathe. I just stood there, watching the sky, realizing that sometimes the universe only opens its doors after it's sure you won't give up. That day didn't make me rich. It made me alive again. People think success brings peace. They think once you make it, the pain disappears. But it doesn't. It just gets quieter. After SpaceX finally succeeded, I thought the struggle was over. I thought I could finally breathe. But success is a strange thing. It doesn't feel like victory. It feels like silence. The calls stopped coming from friends who once checked on me. The nights got colder, not because of failure, but because of distance. When Tesla started to rise, people said he's unstoppable. They didn't see me sleeping in the factory again, working 20-hour days, trying to fix problems that nobody else understood. I missed birthdays. I missed family. I missed being human. There were nights I sat alone, surrounded by machines and empty coffee cups, wondering if this was worth it. Everyone wanted a piece of the success, but no one wanted to carry the weight of it. People see the cars, the rockets, the headlines, but they don't see the man behind them, slowly fading into exhaustion. I've learned that success doesn't always make you happy. Sometimes it just gives you more to lose. There's a price for chasing big dreams, and the price is often you. I remember one night, the factory lights were dim. Everyone had gone home, and I just sat there staring at the floor. I realized I had everything I dreamed of, but I couldn't remember the last time I felt joy. That's when I understood. Dreams aren't meant to make you comfortable. They're meant to make you grow, even if that growth means losing a part of who you used to be. The truth is, I never wanted fame. I just wanted the world to move forward. But sometimes, being the one to push it means standing alone in the dark,